Hello everyone, my name is David and I'm going to be demoing the new version of TrueFiling. With this version, we have some updated features and some performance enhancements. So this demo is really only going to be just showing you the basics of the new site and how it functions. There's not too much difference of how it functions, just going to be how it looks. So I'm going to point out some pointers, some tips, some tricks, and kind of give you guys uh, a heads up of what to expect when the new version is launched for California courts. So to start, we're here at the login page. If you have an account, you're going to put in your email address and password. You're going to click login. If you don't have an account, in the top right corner, you're going to click sign up. Now, when you're here, you're going to enter in the information. We have red asterisks here, though. That is the recommended and needed information. Down below, we do have new password requirements, so go ahead and read those password requirements. We just need to abide by those. Next, over here, we're going to be choosing a role. If you see your role here, you're going to select it. If you don't see your role here, let's say you're an assistant, paralegal, you're not going to select a role. That's going to create your account as a regular user. So if I'm creating an account as an attorney, I would select I'm an attorney in one or more states. I will select my state and then put in my bar number. Okay. I don't want to click remove. That's going to remove my actual role. If I click add state, it's going to actually add another field so you can enter in another state for your bar. So we're gonna avoid that one. When you click sign up, just like in the old version of TrueFiling, you're going to get a confirmation email. Within that email, you need to confirm your account before you can log in. So let's say we have confirmed our account, we got the email, and it takes us back to the TrueFiling login page. We're going to go ahead and log in. So the first time when you get an account, you can immediately start searching for cases. Now, for this demo purpose, I want to show you how you can customize your account. I like showing this now because you can add payment cards, you can set up your connection network, which I'll explain, and you can do a little things a little proactive. So first thing I want to show you is settings on the left side, and we're going to go to my information. So that's the first tab we have. So my information shows you the contact information that you just typed in. So if you need to change this, this is where you can change this. If your account is no longer active, the old employee, or you are leaving that position, you can always deactivate your account here. That does not delete your account, that just deactivates it, which can be reactivated by resetting your password. Down here, you can update your password internally. Down below, we have your roles. So when I signed up, I set myself as an attorney. I also have myself as a pro se. If I want to change those around, you can do that on the fly. When you change your role, it is saved immediately. So there is no save button for that. Next, we're going to go to connections. So connections is a new way where we're replacing firms. There is no longer a firm account and there is no longer a firm admin. Each user is their own admin. Each user can create their own connection network. In that term, you do not need to create a firm and put everyone underneath that firm account. You can create your own account and connect with individuals that you want to file on behalf of. You want to view their filing history, and maybe they've added a card that you want to use. They can add that card and share it. So it's a little different from the older version, but the main thing here is you don't have to connect with everyone. The absolute main thing is you do not want to connect with opposing counsel. Your connection network should stay internal to your firm. If you are a pro se, if you are representing yourself or you're a sole practitioner, you will not be creating a connection network. So I'm going to click on add new connection. This is obviously where you add a new connection. When I click on that, there's 3 bullets here. This lists off 3 things that you can do when you're connected with someone. So the first one, you'll be able to file documents in a case for someone that you're connected with. So that means that if you are an assistant and you connect with your attorney, you can file on behalf of your attorney from your account. Okay. The second one is they will be able to see your filing history and you'll be able to see theirs. So if you say connect with another paralegal or another assistant, you can view their filing history. Let's say if you want to download a file stamp copy while they're out of town, you can go into their history and download that file stamp copy if need be. Third one, you'll be able to view and use a payment card. So when you add payment cards, we give you an option to share that card with your internal connection network. So if you want to keep that card private, it's your personal card, only you should be using it for filings, you'll keep that private. We'll go over that, by the way, in a minute. But if, let's say, you have another paralegal or assistant that has added the card, they can share that card to their connections, and from there, you can use that card. Okay. Here in this add new connection box, you will be typing in an individual's first name, last name. You can start typing in the first 3 letters of the name or email address. Type in their bar number, their domain name, their firm name. So there's a lot of things that you can search by. Now, what you're searching through is our TrueFiling database of active TrueFiling users. So if someone you're searching for does not come up, most likely they do not have an account or they did not confirm their registration. To show up in this list, they need to be a registered user. So I'm going to move forward. I'm going to explain connections a little further. For connections, it's a two-way street. And the best way that I can explain that is if I request to connect with someone, obviously that someone must have a registered account with TrueFiling. From there, a connection request is sent to that individual. So you see here, connection request sent. I sent 2 individuals a connection request. I can withdraw them. So, let's say I accidentally connected with someone outside my firm or I misclicked. You can always withdraw and sever that connection request. Now, when I say it's a two-way street, when a connection request is sent, this is what the user is going to see within their account. They're also going to see this button at the top says connection request 1. So when I click on that, it's going to take me to my connections page. And it's going to say this user has requested to connect with you. Now, this user cannot file on behalf of me. They cannot view my history and they cannot use any of my payment cards that I've shared until I come in here and click accept. If this user tried connecting with you and you have no involvement with them at all, you can always ignore that and sever that connection request. Now these users, active connections, I have 5 of them. These 5 individuals, again, I can file on behalf of them if they're attorneys. I can view their filing history if they've filed anything. And 3, I can use a payment card if they've gone in their account, added it, and shared it with me. Okay, and again, that payment option is optional, so you do not need to share your cards. I'm going to go over that in a minute. So connections is a very important topic. I advise if you have any questions or concerns about that topic, please reach out to our TrueFiling support representatives. I will give that information out at the end of the webinar, but if you're a already existing TrueFiling user, you know our number. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to collapse connections. I'm going to move over to payment accounts. So here I have all these cards here. This is our test account. The actual live production account or the site is not live yet. When you are viewing this, most likely you will be able to come to the live site and sign up or at least activate your account. From here, I just want to show you examples of the cards that I have. So here I have David's American Express. It's labeled, this card is private. So that means anyone that I'm connected with cannot use or see my card. It's private. Now here I can remove my card and I can edit my card. So if I click edit, I have a box that says I would like to share this payment card with my connection network. When I save that, it is now saying that this card is shared. So now all my connection network can view and use this card at checkout. So what I want to do just for comparison, I'm going to uncheck that. I'm going to set it to private. So now I come down here and I'll view another card. Now this card is shared by someone that I'm connected with. I can't edit that card and I can't remove it because the individual that owns and added that card and shared it with me, they are the sole owner of that card and can only edit it or share it. So if Michelle comes in here and says, I don't want anyone using this card anymore, they can unshare that card and I will not see it within this list, or I will not see that at checkout. So again, adding your card and sharing it is optional. So what I want to do is I want to show you when you click add, this is the information you're going to need: the name on card, the card nickname, which is not needed, but this is you're almost labeling the card, you're giving it a nickname. David's American Express, that's what I labeled mine as. From here you can either choose to share your card or just add the card, okay? So let's move forward and let's go to notification settings. Notification settings are notifications slash emails that we're going to send you and update you on the activity of your filing. So again, these notifications are for your filings. So if you log in with your email address, we're going to send you emails or text messages for your filings. I did mention text messages, so I'm going to jump back up. Since this is a live demo, I could do that. When I go into my information, I can put a mole number in here and validate that. That means we're going to send you a text message with a code. A prompt will come up on the screen. You're going to enter your code in, providing that this is your cell phone. When you do that, you can come down here and you can select the boxes. I can't select them. I don't have my cell phone number in there. But when you create an account, by default, we only have 2 of these selected. They're very similar to our old TrueFiling notifications, but I'm still going to go over those. So notify me when a document is received by the court. So when I click that submit button and the court gets my document, we're going to send you an email saying, hey, the court has your documents. They haven't filed it. They haven't reviewed it, but they have it. Next one is notify me when a payment transaction occurs. So if you're paying for something here, you will receive an email. Within that email will be a receipt to download that receipt. Next, when filing a marked, notify me when a filing is marked as filed. So that one obviously by default is selected here. When your document is filed by the court, reviewed and stamp filed, you'll receive an email. Within that email will be a link to download that filed stamped copy. Next one is, notify me when a filing is marked as rejected. That's also an important one. For some reason, if the clerk rejects your filing, within that email we send you is the rejection reason that the clerk left for you. Next, notify me when the payment information is added or updated. If you're sharing your account with, a paralegal, or a paralegal is sharing their account, if any payment information within that account is added or updated, the individual that is logged in will receive an email. So again, this is just for account sharing. And then notify me when my password is changed. Pretty basic. If you don't want that, you don't have to select that. Now down below, these are users that you are connected with that you can copy on any of your emails here. So let's say I'm a paralegal or assistant. I'm filing on behalf of my attorney. Let's say Nick. And I want Nick to be CC'd on these 2 emails. Okay. Well, down here, it shows you what Nick has selected within his account. So let's say Nick only wants to receive filed and rejected, but I want to receive all the notifications that I have to choose from. The thing is we will send you this email, but when a filing is marked as filed, we're going to CC Nick on here because Nick wants to receive that, and you chose Nick to receive a filed email. So again, I can't change these options because this is what the user has selected within their account. If you don't see a user here, that means that you are not fully connected with them, or they have not accepted your connection. So again, these are users that you're connected with. These are their settings that they have selected within their account, and we will CC them on the emails they want, and if you choose to CC them on there. This is account based. It is not case by case. So if you're filing on behalf of multiple attorneys, make sure you come in here and you change that depending on what case you're filing into. So that's all about settings. This is just being proactive of setting up your account, getting your notifications ready, your payment accounts, any connections, building your network is all done within settings. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over to favorites just to get a case number. Then I'm going to click on case search. I'll explain the favorites page. Now here, case search, I'll choose my court. Down here, you can select California, choose which court you want. From here, I've already filed in the First District Court of Appeal, so I'm going to select that as a recent court. I put in my case number. You can put in partial case number, partial case title, the complete case number, case title. To narrow down your search results, make sure you have the complete case title. We're going to click search. Now here we have a case. Shows my case. I got my case search results. Now I want to click on my case number, this line item here that's highlighted in blue. Clicking on that will take me to my case. Here, just like in 2.5, you're going to have your verified and standard contacts, individuals that are verified for this case. I am on here to show you that I'm a standard contact. I cannot see these individuals until I get something filed. Now, what I want to do here is I want to click and I want to add, let's say, Nick. I want to add another individual to this case that I am connected with. Now, if so, I would be clicking this button and click Add Selected. What this does is it's going to come up here and it's going to say the individual that you're adding is going to be added as a standard contact. To become a verified contact, though, these three options need to be accomplished. One of these three options, the individual must be verified by the clerk. The contact that has been added on here must be within a connection network that has had something filed in this case, or the clerk's office has already added you on here, which makes you a verified contact right off the bat. So for an example, I'm just going to keep myself on here. If you have other questions about that verified contact information, please reach out to our support team. We can help you out with that. Now, I mentioned that I had a case added to my favorites. Right here, the star is solid, so I've already added that case to my favorites. If I came into this case first, this star would not be solid, which means it's not in my favorites list. Since I've already added there, clicking on your favorites and clicking on that case, it really just skips the case search. So you don't have to choose a court, put in your case number, click on the search results. If you're filing into a case a lot, add it to your favorites. That might be the best bet to quickly get in here. Now down below, we have filings 0. That means I've filed 0 times within this case. So a tip, if you're ever looking for a filing in a certain case, search for the case, get in front of the case details page, and you're going to see all of your filings or any of your connections filings for this one case. So I have case contacts here. These individuals that I can serve, I just can't see them until I'm a verified contact. To file into this case, there's a button at the top that says File to this case. I'm going to click on that. Here, it's prompting me to choose my filer. who do I want to file on behalf of? Am I filing on behalf of myself as an attorney? Am I filing on behalf of someone else as an attorney? Or am I paralegal filing on behalf of my attorney? So let's pretend I'm a paralegal. I'm filing on behalf of myself as an attorney. Clicking myself, or putting air quotes here, my attorney. Next, we have file document or serve document. If you want to just file your document, you're going to deselect serve, okay? Or vice versa, if you just want to serve the document out, it's barking at me because I have to have one of them selected. If I want to be vice versa, now what this is warning me is saying, you're only going to be serving. Nothing is being sent to the court. So beware that you can use this as a servicing agent, but nothing is being sent to the court. By demo purpose, I'm just going to leave both of them selected so I can file my document to the court and serve individuals. Here, this is where you can type in your client/matter number. This is internal. This is optional. This is really used for law firms for billing purposes. Down here, California still has the max file size of 25 megabytes. So here there's a button that says click here to upload files, or if you have another window, you can start dragging these files into this box. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this. It's going to open up the files to my computer, and I'm going to grab one document or multiple documents. I'm going to just take one and I'm going to click open. It uploads it automatically. It names the filing as what you named the document as, or I'm sorry, what you saved the document as. Here shows your file size immediately. Next, we just need to choose a filing type that best matches your document. So I know this is a motion. I'm going to come down here for motion. Now, this is something that you or your counsel should know which one to choose if you have to pay fees or not. This is done by you. Right now, I'm going to choose motion with one-time responsive fee. I'm going to generate a $390 charge. So that charge is going to show here. Clicking view will be able to view the document that you've added. Clicking edit will be able to, you'll be able to apply sealed or confidential on this. If you want to add a note for the clerk, let's say file ASAP. That note will go to the clerk and they're going to see that. So if you ever need to talk to the clerk just for this one filing, add a note. That's how you do it. I'm going to click edit to collapse this option. Clicking remove will remove this one document from your filing. If you want to add more documents, you would select your document, choose a filing type, and move forward. So moving forward, I have my one document I want to send to the court. Now we have service recipients. These are individuals that either are verified contacts, standard contacts. These are individuals that have already been added to the case contact list. If you need to, if you're missing someone from this contact list, you can click add recipient and add an ad hoc recipient. These individuals are not added to the case. The only individuals that can be added to a case are verified TrueFiling users. And let's not use verified, registered TrueFiling users. You only can add registered TrueFiling users to the case contact list. So you know I'm a registered user. These verified contacts are registered users. They're supposed to be on here. So if I say I want to add John Doe at jdoe@gmail.com, I can do that. If I select eServe, we're going to eServe these individuals. If I select mail serve, you're just about adding your servicing to our proof of service that we're going to generate for you. The only thing is TrueFiling does not mail serve any recipients. What you're saying here is on the proof of service, you're adding, again, a service recipient that you're going to mail serve these documents to outside of TrueFiling. We're just allowing you to add them to our proof of service. For the demo purposes, I'm going to switch it back to eServe. Okay. Now down below, we have 3 buttons. Save progress. That means that if you want to save what you're doing now, come back in an hour, tomorrow, a week later, and add more documents, you can do that. Cancel will be able to cancel your filing and kind of put you right back at the start. Submit filings. Submit filing is the start of the submission process. It's not going to immediately submit that. We're going to have some prompts, some checks, some double checks within the submit filing. When I click submit filing, I'm going to say filing is validated. That means you've uploaded a correct document. It does not exceed the file size. You chose your filing type. You did everything great. The filing is validated. Let's proceed to payment. So here at the payment screen, we're going to show you your breakdown of fees, the court statutory fee, the TrueFiling convenience fee, and your credit card processing fee. Here's your grand total. Down below are cards that you or your connections have added. So I have my cards here. I want to choose my TrueFiling test card. So now that one's selected, I can either request a fee waiver or submit payment. I'm going to submit that payment, which then again submits my filing. So submitting payment is your last step. Once you submit your validated filings and your payment, we're going to wait for this processing window to successfully show you your bundle has been submitted successfully. There we go. So submission is successful. We're going to click OK. Takes you back to your history, and now you see here your filing that you just did. So what I want to do here is I want to jump back to history because I want to explain this in further detail. What I'm doing first is I am going to be filing a case initiation. So let's do that. To do so, we're going to click File in the top left corner. Which court do you want to initiate this case into? We're going to say the First District Court of Appeal. We're going to click Initiate a new case. Now, who do you want to file this case initiation on behalf of? I'm going to choose myself, or I would choose my attorney here. Here we're going to show you the 4 options or the 4 cases that you can initiate. If you do not see your case type here, that case must be initiated at the courthouse. Please call the court on how they want that done. Right here, just for an example, I'm going to choose Civil Original Proceedings, initiate a case for that. When I click on that, that's going to show you the same window that we had in our older version of TrueFiling. So this form is technically the same. Now, the information that I'm typing in here is just for demo purposes. Your case title should be a valid case title. I'm only putting test the test. Okay. Now, when I click next, it's either going to bark at me and say you have some validation issues here, or it's going to let you proceed. When I click next, I typed in everything that's needed. Now, for a tip here, I like showing people this. If I click next, here's what's going to bark at me, saying, hey, these fields, you need to add that. You need to add information here so you can move forward. So I'm going to just put in my test information, my test email account, and my test bar number. All this information obviously should be valid. Now, the tab that I'm on is submitting/filing parties. I am submitting this documentation. I am filing this documentation. So this is your party information, who you're representing and who the attorney is for that representation. Next, I'll click next, or it's going to show me more validation issues that I need to fill out. For an example, set myself up for failure here. I'm going to deselect, or I'm going to remove attorney number and click next. It now says you can't move forward because we're missing one thing. Let's just add that in here and move forward. So when I click next, it let me move forward. I'm going to use that same trick again. I'm going to click finish. It's not going to let me move forward or finish because I need to fill these fields out. So they only need the last or business name. Now, obviously, if it's a last name, I can put in the first name. If I know the information, provide it to the court. Provide them with as much information as you have, but they only need the last or business name. So I'll either click finish, it's going to let me finish, or it's going to bark at me and say, we have some validation issues you need to solve before moving forward. So great, we're going to wait here, wait for the case initiation form to be created, and it automatically updates your case initiation. Okay. So just like previously, we have the file and serve option. We have your client/matter number option here. You can view your case initiation form. You can't edit it. If you need to edit some parts of the case initiation form, you might have to start over. We still have the max file size of 25 megabytes. I'm going to click here to upload my files and grab a petition and a proof of service. So what I did here when I selected two documents is I selected the first one, I held Control on my keyboard, selected the second document. You can do as many documents as you can select as many documents as you want and click Open. And what that's going to do is it's going to automatically upload both of my documents. It's going to name them as the name that I saved the document as and show your file size. The only thing I need to do is select a filing type. So we have petition. Let's choose a petition that best matches the actual petition document that you're uploading. So I'm going to choose petition for writ and generate a $775 fee for court statutory fee. Next, I need to choose a filing type for proof of service. Let's go down to P. I have proof of service here. Let's label that. Obviously, clicking view, you'll be able to view the document, make sure that's the correct document. You're able to click edit to add a sealed or confidential on here or add a note. And clicking remove will just remove that one document from your bundle so you can upload, let's say, the proper document. Let's move forward. Now, service recipients. This, I only have myself here. This is a new case. If you want to add your connected users, you can add them here. If you want to add a service recipient by manually adding them, you can do that here. Next, what we're going to do is we can save progress. So let's save progress. I'll show you how to get back to that. Clicking OK, it's just saying, hey, this is available in your history, going to the unsubmitted tab. So that's saved. Clicking cancel will kind of put me right back to the start. Clicking submit filings is the start of the submission process. So my filings are validated. I don't have a corrupt document. I'm under the 25 megabyte rule, and I am properly labeling my document with a filing type. So let's proceed to payment. Again, here's a breakdown of your fees, your grand total. Let's choose a card. I'm going to choose this last TrueFiling test card here, and I'm going to submit. So here it's either going to say you're missing documents that the court needs, or it's going to proceed with your filing and process this and submit that to the court. We'll wait here for the successful message. And there it is. So the filing is on its way to the court. And depending on the notifications that I've selected, I will start receiving emails, and I can see those starting to pop up now. So let's talk about history. There's 4 different categories within history. You have My History. This is showing you everything that you have submitted while logged in with your email address. If you log in with someone else's email address, their history is going to show a little different. Now, if you view My Network's history, this is showing you your history and everyone else that you're connected with. If you're coming through here and you're finding this too convoluted of jumping from page to page, search for the case, go in the filing underneath the case contacts, and again, you're just narrowing down your search for that document by going into the case it was filed into. Clicking on unsubmitted, this is going to show you that the filing that I created is here. You can organize by activity date. You can organize by the court. Any organization for the columns is here. Take advantage of that. Clicking on this line item will prompt you to say, "Are you sure you want to get in?" Clicking on the confirmation will take you back to that bundle exactly where you left off. Now, these bundles are not submitted. Obviously, it is labeled unsubmitted. So be aware that if you're saving something, be sure to go back into that bundle and submit that to the court. Last thing is view payment information. We have a page similar to this within our old TrueFiling. It works the same way. You're going to show all transaction data of you and your connection network. So if someone has made a payment and you're connected with them, you're going to be able to come in here, see the information for it, and you can download a receipt or create a spreadsheet. If you need to, go ahead and customize your date range for the data you want, and come in here and select which ones you want within that spreadsheet, or select individual line items to create individual PDF receipts. So let's jump back to my history and how you can interact with history. It's a little different from what we did in our older TrueFiling. It's more intuitive here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump to page 3. I'm going to go to 4. And I have here a petition that I already submitted and it has been filed. Let's take a look into that. When I click on this line item, so I'm going to expand it and show you some basic properties: the court, the case, the case title, who filed it on behalf of whom, any matter number you want to use, the fees, and this is a bundle ID that our team uses internally. Here you can download your received stamped copy if you need it. If I did serve anyone, a proof of service would be here. Clicking on status updates shows you where your filing went in the e-filings, in the process. So I submitted it. It was accepted. It was paid for. I can download my receipt here. If you don't want to download your receipt within your account, I would opt in to receive the payment notification. Within that email, we'll give you a link to download that receipt. Here's filed. If you never received the notification and maybe you didn't opt in to receive a filed notification, you can always download it here, unless that still will be in your account, the same document. Now click on this. I didn't serve anyone here. Maybe I can show you a better example of what it's going to look like. It's the thing with these live demos. Well, let's say we do have someone here. The service recipient / status page is going to show you who you served within this case, and it's going to show you, where you served them to, if it was an email address, and it's actually going to show you if they open that servicing document or not. What we're trying to do here is we're trying to be as transparent as possible when you're using TrueFiling to eServe. So here it says, I served this one individual in opposing counsel, and they're stating they never received it. I can come in here and I can show them I served you. It also shows on the proof of service, and it states that you downloaded and opened the document on the day I served you. So you sure you don't have it? Also, we're going to show you if an email failed. Let's say you manually typed in an email address, you fudged on the email, and it was an invalid recipient. That email does not exist. We're going to show that here. We're going to say, hey, they marked their emails as spam, or we got a hard bounce because that email address doesn't exist. We will show that to you here. Okay. Now, if you want some more information about this page, please reach out to our TrueFiling support team. We can definitely give you some better examples with this live demo and my testing. It is hard to show you, but my explanation and what you will visibly see will definitely tie together. Okay. Same thing for my network's history. If I go in here and I want to view what Michelle has filed, I can do that. I can see the status of some filings that they have done. I can download file stamped copies if they need it. So moving forward, that's how you file into an existing case. You can do a case initiation. In what I said in the beginning is it's the same procedure what you're doing in the old version of TrueFiling. It just looks a little different. It's a little faster. So what I want to do by ending this demo here is I want to point you to this help/support page. And why I'm pointing you here, and let's just jump to this because this is what you're going to see when you first come in here. You're going to have these help topics, these guides, videos, kind of a FAQ and some more resources. This is where you can go in to learn more about TrueFiling and the new version of TrueFiling. Now, I'm going to kind of open some of these and review some of these. Now, I don't, as a, let's say I'm a regular user, I probably don't want to go through most of these just to learn about the website. Well, the thing is if you watch your videos and you have a question about a certain topic, my best recommendation is go up to the search bar on the right. And let's say I want to learn more about verified users. I type in verified, we're going to bring you results back about that verified information. So clicking on this will show you, what is a standard contact? What is a verified contact? How do you become a verified contact? This is everything here. Let's say I want to learn more about connections. Why I should be connecting with someone. What happens when I connect someone? What is it going to look like when I'm connecting with someone? This is information that we can provide to you. So maybe you caught us on our off time that, our TrueFiling support reps aren't here. This is information that we provide to you to help solve your issues. Now, going through this, sometimes you don't want to go through this information. Sometimes you just want to talk to a live person. With that being said, in the bottom right corner, I'm going to zoom in here. In the bottom right corner, there's a button that says Contact Support. Clicking on that shows our support information, our email address, our telephone number. Our support hours are still the same for California users. We're here till 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. Oh, I'm sorry, it would be 5 a.m. 5 a.m. till 6 p.m. Pacific time. So our support hours are still the same. You can still reach us at the same number and the same email address. I just want to show and end this demo with this information on our screen in case you have any questions about anything I talked about. Our TrueFiling support reps are here, are very knowledgeable on this new version of TrueFiling. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please reach out to us and we can help out as best as we can. If not, we're going to point you to individuals or resources that can help you out. Thank you very much for watching this demo. I can't express the open arms we have as TrueFiling support reps of the support we would love to give you. So again, feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. Other than that, hopefully you enjoy the new version of TrueFiling. Everyone, have a great day. Bye-bye.